know all of my streams normally start with me looking around and trying to figure out what is going on. It's because I'm waiting for everything to catch up to speed on my super slow laptop. So I thought for once I'll start talking beforehand, and then we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so I don't actually have a topic today. My students did cancel, and before I used to be kind of annoyed because I used to have to travel to them, or they would be travelling to me, and or most of the time it was me travelling to the library to teach them because I don't want kids in my house and I don't want to go to their house. So it was always me halfway through my journey they would cancel, and then I would be annoyed. Even if I am charging them, I'd be annoyed. But this time, at least if they cancel, they're aware of the consequences in that they are still being charged. Parents, I mean. However, I don't really have to leave the comfort of my room. I did go outside for the first time in 7 days, and I popped to the chicken shop and bought myself a burger and chips because I had a craving for junk food. So since I don't actually have a topic and I'm not really in much of a rush, I thought we'd do a let's read through news-ish. Normally what I'll do is I'd read on my phone and then I'd laugh and tell you about the things I read, but I thought, why not share my screen, show you guys the terrible stuff that comes up on the Daily Mail and then have a look through Twitter afterwards. The reason I say the terrible stuff that comes up on Daily Mail is like, it's like the editors have given up. I don't know why I'm playing with this issue. The editors have given up and they don't proofread the stuff that's actually on. They don't actually proofread what's on the website, so there's lots of grammar mistakes, spelling mistakes, informational mistakes. In a second, I'm still trying to sort this little screen out. So yeah, so that's why I wanted to go on Daily Mail. Plus it's like, it's one of the, it's a tabloid, so it likes to be hyperbolic and extremely right-leaning, and it likes to change the narrative to suit its purpose, which I find highly frustrating when it's a topic I'm serious about, but otherwise it's just dumb and a bit entertaining. So let me quickly sort this out. I will now shrink. And then share the screen. And let us go. So let's bigify this so it's all up in your face. But yeah, OBS is quite fun. And as you can tell, I said they're hyperbolic. First thing you have on Daily Mail's homepage is lockdown day 248, and it's just kind of hilarious because technically we haven't been in lockdown since June, I think. Like June's when we stopped the lockdown. Like we've been on different tiers, like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and we've been in this kind of mini lockdown, where schools are still open. So like I said, hyperbolic 248, yeah. Yes, it came with my meal. Delicious. So, first thing is breaking news. Chris Whitty shoots down Boris's promise that there is an escape route from new tier system by saying anywhere that goes into tier 1 will rise and tier 2 is only strong enough to hold the line. So basically they have no idea what they're doing. Tier 2, and the theory of why London's going into tier 2 is that because if London closes down, the economy gets seriously affected, and they're trying to avoid affecting the economy too much with the lead up to Christmas and New Year's, which is when most people tend to spend the most money in the year. So And even though we can't actually go out and there's no more parties and stuff, people are still gonna buy things to make themselves feel better. So that's why we've gone into tier 2. That's the theory anyway. But yeah, honestly, I don't see like the point of the different tiers. Like if they'd done, like I said, I've been saying this for weeks now, if they'd done a proper lockdown and then they strict to everyone and they strict to everything, then we wouldn't need this. And it's weird, I literally went to the co-op just a little while ago to buy some bread while I was waiting for my food to be made. Like nearly everyone is in the shop wearing a mask, keeping their distance, and then there's just one person who's walking around, everyone's just looking at her. She knows everyone's looking at her, so she just flips her hair and then carries on walking into the shop. And none of the workers are saying anything, the security's not saying anything. It's like people are afraid now to challenge people about wearing masks. Because yeah, there are some people who have an exemption, but I've noticed the people who have exemptions will normally approach the staff first and say, I have an exemption, can I go into the shop, or would you rather like help me out by bringing it to me? And they will be honest and be upfront about it. And I prefer that. I would much rather people be like, okay, I can't wear a mask, it will literally affect my health, so I'm gonna work with the people so I don't get myself sick or get other people sick. But it's like, it's so weird that people just don't want to, and they feel this weird entitlement to having their freedom. It's literally like, if you don't want to wear the mask full time, you can, you're in a shop at most half an hour. You can wear it for half an hour. It's to protect you and your kids and your partners and whoever you care about. So it's just crazy that people just don't want to wear masks. At least the daily coronavirus cases are going down apparently. With only 17,000 new infections, and deaths plateau with 498 more victims. They make it seem like it's such a low number, but it's 500 extra people that have died from the virus. Not from natural causes, from the virus. And I get people die all the time, but I'm not at these numbers. Yeah, I get really annoyed. People are like, oh, more people die from the flu. No, they do not. You'll get like a few thousand that will die from the flu due to health reasons, but not the amount of people we've had die from this virus in the last year. So watch, nah, I don't care about the tier I'm in. So Alison Hammond shares telling message on Instagram after Ruth Langsford denied making a dig at reality stars amid this morning presenter shake-up. Oh, have they changed up the people on This Morning? I wonder if Holly and Phil are still there. Wow, Gemma Collins looks different. Oh, she had a miscarriage. Skin. I'm not gonna read any of the Prince Diana stuff. It's like, let the dead lie. Symptoms were months before I got diagnosed. Terminal cancer bell. See, some of these stories are kind of tragic. Apparently the website crashed for finding out which tier you're in. So what you do is you put in your postcode and then it will tell you what tier you're in, 1, 2 or 3. But the website crashed straight away, as it does. Oh my gosh, I have the number. Want to save money and wow your family this Christmas? Right, the whole whole Christmas bubble thing. There was this lady that was on This Morning Britain, and she was talking about how she's gonna spend Christmas with her husband's grandparents, and then people are completely and utterly ripping her to shreds, even though it's allowed that they're allowed to have a family bubble, and they've chosen to go to his grandparents rather than her grandparents, and that way there's no cross smuggling. But it's weird that people are telling her off for doing something that the government said she's allowed to do. Like, if she'd been doing something that she's not supposed to be doing or allowed to do, it would make more sense, but she's allowed. Oh. See, I'm talking about something, and then here. Katie Price looks delighted as she plants kisses on her second new puppy 4 months after her dog Rollo suffocated in an armchair. How does a dog suffocate in an armchair? How does that happen? How? Like, doesn't make sense. Boris Johnson blasts gloomy official government COVID economy predictions and vows no rise in income tax. So basically, everything Rishi said, he's just going to be like, no. He's like, here, you are my Chancellor of the Exchequer. Make some new rules where we can make the money back. And then he's like, okay, cool. Here are the things I've come up with. And then he turns around and goes, no. Where's the logic in that? Oh. See, why are these like celebrities still traveling when we're not supposed to be? Like, I'm proper annoyed. Like, I cancelled my holiday, so everyone else should cancel this so they can be as miserable as me. We must all be miserable together. Join my misery. Join me. Okay, so he's going to need to find £40 billion a year in tax rises and spending cuts by the middle of the decade if he wants to balance the books. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, there's a public sector wage freeze. I'm so glad I've gone into the private sector now. Public sector is good for like just regular stuff. Like, good for consistency with work because you're unlikely to be made redundant very easily when it's a public sector job. However, the pay may not be the best, so it's good for security and work experience. But private has the risk. But why do you do this? Why have you done this? Why have you just refreshed yourself? Who told you to? Who told you to do that? Like, and now we're in some random bit of into, I don't know where we are. Oh well. I'ma just keep enjoying myself. Okay, we didn't go too far down. So, alright, 'tis Thanksgiving. Right, and tomorrow is Black Friday, where I shall be buying nothing, probably. US billionaires have grown their wealth by more than 1 trillion since the COVID-19 outbreak began in March, while 29 of them have at least doubled their worth through the pandemic. Okay. Tell us your secrets. Right, the university scandal. Alright, so Lori Loughlin, I don't know if you guys know, what she did is she lied and bribed her way into getting her daughters into good universities in America. I can't remember what universities they were, but I think they were like really great ones in California. But they basically lied and pretended that they were good at sports, that they were academically gifted, and then they would somehow, you know, benefit the school somehow. But yeah, so she lied and spent like, I think it was $500,000, like it was a lot of money to get her daughters into good schools. When if she just got them to put in a little bit more effort, 'cause apparently they weren't even bad kids in school, but if they put in a little bit more effort, they may have actually gotten in themselves. But I guess she thought it was easier just to pay, so now she has to actually, I think she got 1 year or 2 years, something like that, something silly anyway, because I've seen like other people get more. But yeah, she now has to spend Thanksgiving behind bars. That's an ad for a fitness watch. I don't really care. See, what they do is they sometimes sneak in ads as articles, and then you read it and you realise, oh, they're just selling something. Ex-landlord at Matt Hancock's local won contract to make tens of millions of COVID testing kits after sending him a WhatsApp message and landing contract for his catering supplies company. That is a fancy ass looking pub. But you're a catering supply company. Why would you want to... Okay, I know why you would want to get involved. You want to make money. Who is Montana Brown? And do I want to bother? So apparently she's defending her work trip to the Maldives. An environmentally conscious 15-hour flight. Right, Jessie Nelson took an extended break from Little Mix. I don't really blame her. Could you imagine like the stress and hassle everything is, and people are assholes to her? I don't know why. Like, she's such a lovely girl. Never met her, but still, she's not done anything terrible to me, so why wouldn't I think she's lovely? Although I do have an irrational hatred for Alicia Keys. I've never been able to figure out why. I just see her face and hear her voice and I get mad. She's never done anything to me. She's never done anything terrible as far as I know. It's hence why it's an irrational hatred. I have to get over it at some point, I guess. Oh, mother of 123 who had 3 vital medical appointments cancelled due to COVID is told over Zoom she has deadly cancer in 6 months. It's terrible news to hear. Like, imagine. Ah, her poor kid. Poor family. The whole family. Real Housewives of Atlanta veteran Nene Leakes. That's Nene Leakes? Wow, mashallah. Wears a Chanel mask as she gives away Thanksgiving dinners to those in need in Atlanta. I was reading this tweet where somebody was talking about how there's a charitable group who are giving away frozen turkeys to homeless people, and they were like, where are these homeless people supposed to cook these frozen turkeys? And I could not stop laughing for like a good 10 minutes Because it's a very, very good question. Like, I get the intent to give them food, but hot cooked food would go a lot further, or even like cold food like sandwiches would go a lot further than giving somebody a whole frozen turkey when they're homeless and have no way of cooking this, because it's not like I can just go to someone's house and say, hey love, could you cook this for me? Like, oh gosh. So apparently a man attacked pupils outside of a South London school with a golf club. So alleged attacker runs down street brandishing golf club at his boy 13 is left fighting for life after being hit on head outside South London school. Struck at pupils and staff from the Dunraven Secondary School in Streatham. The attack shortly after 3 p.m. on Wednesday, when children were leaving the school, was captured by bewildered onlookers on their mobile phones. The schoolboy victim, who is understood to have suffered a fractured skull and a bleed on the brain, was described as popular and cheeky by parents with children in the same year as him. One said he's a well-known kid who has a lot of friends. Wow. Imagine, no matter what, there's absolutely no reason for a grown-ass man to be attacking children. There is no justification to attack children. None whatsoever. Sixth form head angers schoolgirls by telling them periods are no reason to take time off, because learning to deal with monthly inconvenience is part of being I don't know. I don't know. I don't even want to try dissect that. That's just dumb. Ooh, Swedish town is shocked when sky keeps turning bizarre colour at night, and tomato crops are to blame. So tomato makes the sky go purple. Awesome. I've got a big enough garden. What? So, plan to temporarily reopen Hammersmith Bridge as a double-decker crossing to ease West London traffic chaos while repair work is done. Council chiefs plan to install the 2-layer structure above the current road level of the bridge. Pedestrians will be able to cross the River Thames using the bottom layer and traffic at the top. Or they could just fix the bridge. Just what? Fix the bridge. Gang holds down terrified woman at knife while she's taking in her shopping and threatens to kill family dog before stealing BMW. Piers Morgan says he'd do I'm Celeb for 10 million as it's claiming Vernon Kay is this year's highest paid campmate with a tidy £250,000 fee. You get paid $250k to go and eat weird insects on TV. Nah, I'm good. Royal Mail would save up to 225 million a year cutting letter deliveries from 6 to 5 days a week. True, I don't think people care if they don't get letters delivered on a Saturday. It's never really bothered me. Tori Spelling and her 5 children officially kick off the holiday season with a sweet card. I can't remember who she is. She was in some films, I think. Logan Paul reveals he and Josie something have broken up. Says he's not yet comfortable to start flirting with other girls. So many pregnant celebs right now. Yeah, just the lady I was talking about earlier, a mother who plans to spend Christmas with her grandparents is slammed as selfish by This Morning viewers, even though it's within the rules, as they argue families should stay separate to avoid another spike in COVID cases. Like, I get what the viewers are saying, but she's also not breaking the rules. And I'm pretty sure she's going to be taking enough risks if she's going to see elderly grandparents. Ooh. Ooh. Man comes back to life in pain when morgue worker slices open his leg, preparing to embalm him. Hours after he was declared dead in Kenya. Chris Hemsworth, hi. Sorry. New project for Hugo Boss. The best Black Friday toy deals on Amazon. I don't need to buy toys. I have no little ones to purchase them for. Although technically I should probably try to get my niece's birthday present in early. And then we can send them like a nice little care package since we can't travel. So if we do travel, we got to do 2 weeks in quarantine first. And honestly, I don't want to do that. Because not because I don't agree with the quarantine. I don't want to do it because I would only be able to take off a certain period of time. So I'd be able to take 2 weeks off, and then if I'm doing the 2 weeks in quarantine, I won't actually have time to see anybody. So I'm going to wait until everything dies down and we're allowed to travel without having to quarantine, and then I will go out. Belgian diamond broker tells James Stunt bodyguard trial he was assured the £515,000 stolen gemstone was from a known family and no criminal background. If they don't have paperwork, you don't trust their words. Oh, imagine losing control of your £140,000 car. I wonder what happened. Luckily nobody was hurt. Some of the earlier stories are being redone down here. Teacher who killed pupil by zoning out of the world due to vitamin B12 deficiency before crashing her BMW into a traffic light that fell onto the boy's head, avoids jail. If it wasn't due to like drugs or anything or alcohol, and it was literally something to do with medical stuff, I can kind of understand why she didn't go to jail, but there should be some sort of consequence, I guess, because he did die, the kid. I have no idea if this is going to get demonetized or not, this video. It's kind of, although, schizophrenic Albanian woman stabbed girl. Oh. So much stuff about the Kardashians. Are they selling stuff for Black Friday, I think? I think they're promoting things for Black Friday. At least this way when I'm reading it, I'm at least looking at the camera, because normally I'm looking at my phone, I'm just down here. And I'm like, yeah, I'll tell you in a minute. Look at celebrities breaking rules. She was in Venice on the 21st, and then London on 24th, and she didn't quarantine, and she filmed with ITN. Look at them breaking rules. See? Rule breakers. Terrible. Terrible people. Don Jr. celebrates being COVID-free and heads off to spend Thanksgiving with the family as he and girlfriend Kimberly show off mouse spread. Wait, girlfriend? I saw he was married. Was he not? Did he divorce? I feel like Trump's trying to be Henry VIII and divorce me. I don't know if it's possible to be COVID-free in less than a week. However, he obviously doesn't care. And as long as he doesn't come to my house, he can sort of. see, I love this. It's like the perfect example of the two people. So Donald Trump urges people to gather this Thanksgiving as Joe Biden advises staying home is a gift to all Americans. So I can imagine why people are like, do we meet family or do we pretend family doesn't exist? Which one shall we do? Pretend family doesn't exist. Like, unless they're in your immediate family and you're going to be seeing them obviously more than just Thanksgiving, try to avoid meeting up with the other people. Unless you've already quarantined for 2 weeks before that, or self-isolated before that, like, in order to get ready to see them all. That's different. Because I know some people who have done that. They've actually, like, quarantined for 2 weeks before Thanksgiving just so they could see their family on Thanksgiving. And if you guys want to put that effort in, fair enough. Although it's a bit too late now since it is Thanksgiving today, but you might want to try it for Christmas. That way you can meet people, have fun, and know that no one's at risk as long as everyone actually does follow the rules in quarantine. Oh my gosh, why do I keep that? Oh. Like, why do I keep burping? I'm drinking a fizzy drink. Ich bin doof. This is all about the Crown. Everything to care about. Outrage in France after police are filmed savagely being a black music producer while hurling racist slurs after they accused him of not wearing a face mask. Not surprised. Schumacher is seen taking Maradona's body to Lion State hours before he was fired for taking a photo of Paul's corpse in an open coffin. Even if he's not a celebrity, like, that's not a nice thing to do. Yeah, now it's coming back to some of the other stories that were in the little bits and oh yeah, Halima Aden, she quit being a runway model because she didn't want to compromise on her religion. And I have to say, I admire her for that. Like, she had the chance to, you know, make money and be famous, but she chose Deen over Dunya. Wow, she's only 23. She's a baby. So smart. I know I sound really condescending, but I'm actually serious. Skip. Jewish locals slam Sarah Beanie's bid to transform 1970s farmhouse into a new home and unfortunately new life. Plans are irresponsible, dangerous, and could cause road accidents. I think we're coming towards the end now, aren't we? There's not many stories left. I'm actually quite bored of Daily Mail right now. Let's see what Twitter is saying. So because I follow a few people who've got private accounts, it won't actually be my Twitter feed we're looking at. It'll just be what's like trending and things. Wow, I spent almost 40 minutes doing this. Why you gotta be so slow? Ooh, they've changed things up again. Let's see what Explore says. I think some of it's going to be quite a bit of like the same stuff as I just read on the Mail. You want me to follow Jackson Wang? Tempting. But I already follow him on Instagram. Amazon Pay? Is Amazon trying to get out of doing its taxes again? Oh no, it's about as workers give every worker it's trying to get the employees to have, yeah, there's so many people at Amazon who are on 0-hour contracts, and then they might not even get enough hours during the week to survive. Like the most they'll do is 40 hours, but some of them don't do any hours in a week, and then they've got no way of actually paying for food or anything. So it's like, why are they even? See, my irrational hatred of Alicia Keys. She's appeared. She's so pretty. Right, let's check the news. I need to stop. Alright, so London and Liverpool placed in tier 2 and Manchester in tier 3. Over 95% of BAME Brits have experienced racism. I would say yes. The funniest, well, not even funny actually, like, I'm laughing about it now, but if you think about it, there's no funny part of it. It was when this old white guy literally came up to me and yelled in my face, "Go back to Istan." It's like he didn't know where he wanted to send me, and he thought, like, go back to Istan. I'm like, but where do you want me to go back to? I didn't say anything, I just looked at him and I was like, no. And I carried on walking. And then, like, about a couple hundred meters, like a little bit down the road, I ran into my brother and he's like, what's wrong? And I was like, some guy just told me to go back to Istan. And he's like, what? Who? I'll beat him up. Who? I was like, don't worry about it. Like, can't remember what he looks like, but it was just such a weird interaction. And then there was another time where a guy said to me, go back to where you came from. And me being the loudmouth little idiot that I am, I said to him, oh, I don't think my mother would appreciate me going back up there. It's a bit uncomfortable. And then my brother heard what I said, and he just goes to me and goes, it's like you want to get beaten up. I was like, well, it was a spur of the moment response. It wasn't intentional. He said something dumb. I gave him a dumb answer back, and then, yeah. But yeah, I'd say that's about right. State judge temporarily holds Pennsylvania election certification. Like, they know who won, but they're still going to be arguing over the dumb little things, aren't they? Scotland becomes the first country in the world to make sanitary products free. Go Nicola Sturgeon. I don't need them, but there are people who do need it to be free. Although, to be honest, I found out that sanitary products here cost like way less than some other countries, so I can kind of understand why people want it to be free. I had a friend who was telling me when she travelled to America and she needed to buy like some pads and stuff, she said it was like $6-7 for a pack, and here it's like you can get it for £1. It's just crazy. Still, £1 is £1, and some people don't even have that £1, or some people need more stuff, and it could be that they want tampons, which always cost more. Jane Yellen could become the first woman Treasury Secretary of the US under Joe Biden's cabinet. I thought she was wearing a helmet. State certify results of the US presidential election. Why Singapore needs so much sand? Do I want to read that? What is Festival UK 2020, aka the Festival of Brexit? Oh. futuristic Mercedes concept car doesn't have a steering wheel. People pay tribute to Mumbai Spirit on the anniversary of the 2008 terror attacks. Biden introduces key cabinet picks, including Secretary of State and National Intelligence Director. 2 Netflix executives in India have been booked for a suitable boy interfaith kissing scene. I have no idea what that even means. And Elon Musk surpasses Bill Gates to become the world's 2nd richest. I just want enough money to buy a new phone. Mine turned off on me again. That's what I want. Just want a new phone. And a holiday. Alrighty, I think this is the end. Oh, Trevor Noah's gonna host the 2021 Grammy Awards. Should be quite fun. But yeah. I am gonna end it here. But yes, so that was today, day 22, Thursday the 26th of November, and I just ate chicken and chips. I am stuffed. I have my little heater on, a little blanket on my lap. Right now I'm going to fill up my hot water bottle and get to bed. But I hope everyone else enjoys their night and they enjoy tomorrow, and I'll see you tomorrow night. I have no idea what time because it would depend on students, but yes. Hope you enjoyed it. Weirdly I did. Oh, that's quite fun. Might do it again. Oh my gosh, I keep burping. I want to let out a proper big one. I'm gonna have to wait until the screen's off. But yeah.